Hello, my name is Cat and welcome back to a very interesting video from the beta forum. In this video we're going to take a first look at the upcoming age, the space age Jupiter Moon. Some assets have been added to the game, so we have some very nice and interesting things to look at to form some theories around. But do keep in mind, all of this is speculation. All of this might change, these assets might change, and so on. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. But these are usually very reliable, so we can already get a glimpse at the upcoming age and what it might hold. Now, in terms of time frame, it's probably going to be a couple of months until it is out. So, yeah, this isn't a video to say that this comes out soon. The spoilers for the previous age came out in early January, so this is a little bit earlier, but at the same time that might just be because people have been looking earlier. So yeah, it'll probably be released in middle of the spring, like usual, March, April, perhaps. So yeah, that'll be interesting to see. But for now, let's speculate on what we have, starting with these different goods. We have 5 goods here, like usual, and what is interesting here, and what you should keep in mind for later on, all of these seem to be centered around life. You have DNA, you have some sort of creatures, bio creatures, some sort of jellyfish, some corals or something like that, some algae and so on. So keep that in mind when we dig a little bit deeper into it. So that's the first thing. We also have a bunch of these technology icons. These look very cool in my opinion, but of course nothing too, can't really get too much information about these. But one theme that we see here is that, or two themes we have, or three, themes. We have some future stuff, some futuristic stuff. We have some underwater, oceanic stuff, and we also have quite a bit of life. So some sort of DNA stuff, quite a bit of DNA stuff, some jellyfish stuff, mushrooms, and so on. So quite a mix of life, underwater, and the future, space stuff. So very interesting, and we'll see later on where that leads. So yeah, we also have the special good, which is unknown DNA. Another hint at some DNA, some life stuff. I really like the look of it, but it does seem like it is the same mechanics, work the same as the last couple of ages, which is a shame. Then, if we go a little bit deeper, we get some interesting. Here's where interesting things start happening. So, we have 2 of the continent map backgrounds, and as you can see here, this seems a little bit similar to the oceanic future in terms of style, but there seems to be underwater in some sort of mysterious place. And we'll see later on that this is supposed to be on the moon Europa, around Jupiter. And what's interesting about this moon is that it is believed to have water under a crust of ice. And in this water, it is theorized that life might be possible in real life. So I am guessing and kind of hoping that kind of the lore behind this age and what we'll be exploring is life under or in this moon, in this water on this moon. So that will be really interesting to see how they play into that. But looking at the goods and so on, it seems like that's going to be kind of the the theme behind this age, and I'm quite excited about that. But one thing that I will say that seems, at least for now, seems a little bit, I don't know, I'm not sure if I want to say disappointing yet, but all of these features seem to be the same as previous ages. We have these exploration sites for the special goods, we have normal goods, and as we will see a little bit later on, if you can find it, yeah, here in this info screen, here we see some information about the outpost, and if we have a look at the same one, the wrong way, if we look at the same one for Space Age Venus, we see that it's pretty much the same. So up here we have the town hall in the colony, the different goods, and the special goods. If we go back to this one, it seems like we have the town hall in the colony, the different goods, and the special goods. So it does seem like it will be the same with a colony on the moon, probably somewhere underwater on the moon, but the mechanics seems to be the same. Now, I was hoping for something different. I was hoping for something unique, something new. That might still be the case. One thing I would really like to see is exploring different moons. And that might be the case that the age is split into 4, for example, to look at all the 4 Galilean moons, because earlier on in the, or I believe right after Venus was released, the age was called Galilean moons. So I would really like to see them exploring all 4 moons in turn in, kind of in parts like they did in previous ages, where they released an age in multiple parts. So in the oceanic future, virtual future, and so on. I would really like to see different parts being released, perhaps a month or 2 months apart, a couple of months apart, so that we constantly have something to look forward to, but we also get a lot of content right away to look at and explore. So yeah, that's something I really want to see, exploring multiple moons, but for now at least, seems like we only have one moon, Europa, which is probably the most interesting moon in our solar system. So that's nice, but yeah. Here we have the battleground, battlefield. Looks kind of interesting. Looks very dark, so I do hope that the units will have enough contrast to not blend into the background. Because yeah, it's very dark, so hopefully they will be a little bit lighter. What else do we have? Yeah, we also have the ships for the continent map, and these again look very similar to the oceanic future. I should have gotten an image of them, but these look very similar in my opinion. Like the submarines that we had in the in the oceanic future. So that's very interesting. And yeah, I think that's most of what we have so far. This is all just speculation. Well, yeah, one more thing we do have is we have kind of the information screen, or the tab when you go to the continent map and look at the ships. You have different tabs. For Space Age Venus, you have this one. Here we have the one for Jupiter Moon. Looks really cool. And here we have Europa, confirmed that it is a Europa. Jupiter Moon, Europa. So yeah, we at least know we will get to Europa, but it'll be really interesting to see if we go further. I really hope this age is split into multiple ages, or multiple parts, sorry, because yeah, I think that will be really cool. So here we have some of the sectors within these provinces. Nothing really new here, but yeah, I really like the art style, I will say that, but I also really like the art style of Space Age Venus, and that was not really an interesting age. So hopefully this age will be a little bit more interesting. We'll have some more new stuff. So far, all the stuff that has been added seems to be the same as in previous ages. But again, this is early on in the development. There might be, hopefully there are stuff that hasn't been talked about yet that will be added in the future. And hopefully by the end, when we do have it released, it will be a very interesting age with interesting art style, interesting new units. And yeah, that's one thing we don't have any information about yet, as far as I can tell. That's the units. I'm really looking forward to see what that brings. I do hope that they are kind of unique. I do hope that we get multiple units that are nice. In Space Age Venus, we have 2 units that are really good. I would like to see more units that are good within one age, but that might be difficult in terms of balancing to get that right. But I really hope they do try that to get multiple units. And I think I agree with some other comments I see in this thread. I don't think I would like the Keen Eye bonus to return. For those who don't know, Space Age units have a certain percentage chance of dealing twice the damage. I think it might be time to retire that, or at least not increase the chance like they have in previous ages. I think it would be interesting with some more unique bonuses instead. So yeah, I think that's about all, all that I want to go through so far. It'll be really interesting to keep an eye on this thread. I will probably make a follow-up video in perhaps a month or so, a month or 2 months, when we have some more information. But for now, thank you for watching, thank you for speculating with me. Hopefully this was interesting, and before I end, let me thank my Patreons. Let me thank Homestar, Merrick B, PQ the Goat, Artler, Sabathiel, Hugo Count von Count, Jan Fredriksen, Jude the Generous, Filda, Rocco, Henrik de Reclairberg, and Mattia. Thank you all very much for your support. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the future.